here with another Happy Mail Monday. This week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be doing like a tag flipbook, but what I did was kind of made it like my framed tags, like I made in another video, which I will link below if you haven't seen it. So what I did was I started out with some journaling cards, and some acetate pieces, or acetate journaling cards, I guess. And they're not really journaling cards, you don't journal in them. You know, the little acetate pieces you fill up your pocket pages with. Anyways, I started with those and some of my DIY glitter frames. So all I did was I put the acetate pieces on top of the journaling cards. Some of them had like phrases or like pictures on them that I wanted to like not be covered up as much by the frame, so I like positioned them so you could see as much of the picture as possible, and then just kind of trimmed around it, and then put my frames right on top. When you're doing these, you just want to make sure that the frame, the interior of the frame is no larger than a 3x4 card, or if you're using a 4x6 card, same thing, just because you want to be able to layer it on top of the card and have that kind of like serve as your, I don't know what I'm trying to say, just so you can layer it on the card. So anyways, so I have all my cards put together, and then I wanted to put a washi sample down, and I had seen this done by somebody on Instagram who I can't think of right now, but I'll put a little pop-up thing right here so you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, I thought the idea was really cute of putting it on like a little acetate tag and then kind of layering it with another tag. So I did that with my washi sample, and I just kind of layered that, or put that in my little tag pile there. So anyways, so I'm just decorating now. So I'm using just like some little pieces of ephemera from my stash that I had in this little container here, and then I decide that that's not really enough to use to try and create a flip book. So I got some chipboard pieces, maybe some stickers. I don't know, I pulled a lot of stuff, but it's all mostly for my stash. So I decide to grab like a little resin flower and one of these little resin hearts, some acetate pieces and tags, and I just start, you know, decorating. This is going to my friend Becky, who I will link her Instagram below. She is like amazing at making these tag flip books, and she made me one for Valentine's Day that's actually kind of hanging above my desk to serve as inspiration, because she's just so good at like layering pieces, and it's always so pretty. Like everything she makes is just so pretty, and so I wanted to make her one, but I didn't want it to look like I was trying to like copy her, so that's why I did the tag, like the layered frame tag thing, instead of just a regular tag. But she also has like a very like eclectic style almost, and I wanted to kind of like mimic that like eclectic style, because usually I go for very like themey type flip books or mail, I guess. So like I usually like to use like one collection, or kind of like, you know, one designer. Like I tend to gravitate towards like Maggie Holmes, and this I just wanted to kind of be a little bit more eclectic and a little bit more like Becky, and so I decided to kind of pull in just a ton of different things for my stash, and I'm, you know, trying to use up more of my stash this year, so I thought this would be a good time to do that. So I've got these little puffy alphas that were from the January Citrus Twist kits. So I'm just spelling out her name there. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay everything else down. So I think that's pretty much all I add to this one. I've got the little chipboard piece. Pretty sure it's probably My Mind's Eye. I couldn't tell you what collection. I'm going to just kind of start gluing everything down. And yeah. On the back of all these tags, I know like some people don't really decorate the back. Becky doesn't decorate the back of hers and it looks great without being decorated, but I decided to decorate the back of mine, which I don't show on camera, but I like stick, like I think the first one I just paper clipped some stuff to, a couple goodies maybe. This one is where I'm going to stick my letter on the back of, so I glued a envelope on the back of this one. I'm going to go ahead and on that little tag I'm going to spell out the word letter, and then I have a little arrow pointing because it's on the back of the tag. Clearly it's not going to fit on the front of it if I'm decorating everything. So I just use like these little Tim Holtz alphas and decorate the back. The little chipboard piece is from like a Mambi sticker thing. And there's my Tim Holtz letters, which I love these tiny letter stickers. I don't know if you guys have these. I have a whole like ring, like album ring of Tim Holtz tiny words and these little letter stickers. I'm obsessed. I love them. So here's the washi sample I talked about. So I had that little acetate tag, and then I put a little like tag behind it, which is actually just a journaling card that I made into a tag. And then I put a label on it, and then I'm gonna use those little tiny alphas again, and glue down another arrow. And I'm gonna spell out washi on this one. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing there. In Becky's last letter to me, she said that her favorite like crafting motif is like cactus and arrows. So I used a lot of arrows on here. I don't have a lot of cactus. I think I used my last cactus stuff on her last mail. So try and send my pen pal stuff that they like. My mail that you guys will see next Monday is going to a new pen pal. Her name's Rachel. She's also on YouTube here. She's Paper Ventures on Instagram, but I think her YouTube is just Rachel Tallman. So you can check her out if you want to. But I just asked her to be a pen pal because I wanted another one. And I asked her to be a pen pal. She said yes. And so I decided to make her, because I know she really likes Maggie Holmes. She just bought a bunch of like Gather stuff. And I don't know if she's got the Chasing Dreams collection yet. So I made her like a Chasing Dreams kind of themed happy mail. So that will be next week for you guys to check out. But I always try and like, I don't know, make my pen pal stuff that I know that they like make it kind of geared towards them instead of just making, I know a lot of people just like make mail in advance and then, you know, have it ready to go. But when I make my mail, I try and make it very like geared towards that person. So for Becky, I know she likes arrows and cactus right now. So, and I know she likes like rainbow colors. Like she likes basically every color of the rainbow. And so I tried to do this one, like I said, like as eclectic as possible and try and include as many colors as possible. So this little sticker here is actually just a dollar store sticker. I got this sheet from Mary. That little arrow, I believe, is my mind's eye. Little banner is, it's Maggie Holmes. I couldn't tell you the collection, I don't think. Anyways, not a big deal. So that pretty much finishes off that card, I believe. So now I'm going to get them all together. I'm going to attach them, and I decorate the back, which you do not see, but I'm showing everything now. So my washi sample. On the back of this one, I just clipped like these little like resin flowers. I did like a rainbow, and then that one has the mail tag on the back of that. Just layered a couple tags on top of each other, and then I've got a little ephemera pack there for her there. And then I made a little charm that I stuck onto that paper clip. So that's everything. I'll have some close-ups here in a second. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next week for another Happy Mail Monday. Thanks for watching. Bye.